Yo, what's up, guys? This Topic's here. First of all, thanks for clicking on this video. Really appreciate it. And yeah, second of all, I am coming down with a little bit of a sinus infection or some type of throat bug, so apologize if my voice sounds a little bit off. Great timing, right? Right before the season starts, getting sick, but what can you do? I wanted to make this video because I wanted to just give you guys an update on all of my in-game profiles and settings, where you can access them, and how to do it. So, first of all, I have just updated all of my in-game profiles and settings, and I'll put on the screen what that all includes. So that includes BigWigs, OmniCD, Plater, WeakAuras General, and also WeakAuras for Prot, um, ElvUI for both Colossus and Thane builds, and then the talent import strings for both Colossus and Thane, my main builds for those. So, if you're interested in any of those, I've decided that for this season they are going to be free. It does take a lot of work editing these and configuring them, and making them available for you guys. Also, keeping them updated. So, but I did want to provide them for free. So you can click the link. There's a link at the bottom of the description of this video, to a Google Drive where you should be able to download the zip file that contains all of these profiles and settings. If you guys are having trouble with the link or trouble downloading, please let me know and comment below. Or if you're like a Patreon member or someone that, you know, has me added on BNet or anything like that, just as well let me know and I'll be glad to help you out. You can also follow me on X and probably get a hold of me there if you wanted to try and DM me there. That would work as well. But yeah, so that's first and foremost thing. All those things are available for free. So yeah, with that being said, I just kind of wanted to show you guys everything that entails. So the big wigs obviously is this guy up here. You can edit this to do like alerts um, and different visuals for when boss mechanics are happening. I did make some customizations there, mainly for tank busters. Um, so I think it's definitely a big help there. Plater is obviously your enemy nameplates. So as you can see here, I have a lot of stuff colored, like, I don't know, let's for example go Halls of Atonement. So I have a lot of stuff colored, including like casts and stuff like that with sounds. So um, if you guys are interested in getting my Plater profile that's gonna, highlight important casters, priority targets, um, that is also available for free download. Let's see if I can find a better one for you guys. Has a little bit of everything. Let's try Arakara. So yeah, Arakara. So Aqua are mobs that do frontals. Fuchsia are mobs that are casters that need to be kicked or stunned, and then gold are like priority targets. So usually a boss or a priority target in a trash pack. And then for casts, um, orange is just going to be like a very important kick you do not want to go off. And then there is another color for casts, which is, I think the collector has one. Yeah, crimson, which is like dark red. That's something that can only be stunned or stopped. It cannot be kicked. So, if you guys are interested in that, that's also available for free download in the zip file. What else we got here? OmniCD. So, those are like your cooldown trackers, right? So, let's see if I can do a test quick here. Oh, so okay, yeah. So it's these things. So I have offensive abilities tracked beside nameplates because as a tank, you want to be able to see which one of your DPS players have cooldowns available, and then I have um, stops and CCs here, and then if you were playing with classes that had raid defensives like barrier or AMZ and stuff like that, it would show up right down here below your health bar. So that's what OmniCD is. Let me close this. And then WeakAuras obviously are all these things above my action bars here. So I have like miscellaneous WeakAuras, which include buff tracker. So all these, if your group's missing a buff, your healer mana. So this is really important to track as a tank as well, knowing when your healer is almost out on mana. You can kind of click and drag this to wherever your group party frames are just to track the healer mana. I just put it like right under the bottom of the frames. Combat timer is this thing. This is just to track how long your encounter is. So if you're someone that likes to try and measure out pacing of a dungeon, how long bosses should take, it's nice to kind of be able to look at this. This is more of like a VOD experience. So I have like my ability tracker up here. So when people are watching my VODs, or maybe I'm watching my VODs, I can see what I'm pressing. M plus timer is this guy over here. Interrupt tracker tracks groups interrupts. That's pretty standard. Dynamic debuffs. These are going to track all my debuffs. There's other ways of doing this, but I really like this WeakAura because it color coats the debuff, whether it's like magic, poison, disease, and so it makes it easy for you to understand if it's something you can dispel or dwarf off or anything like that. And then last but not least, battle res tracker. Um, I just have beside my nameplate here to track how many battle reses we have. So this is like the miscellaneous or general package. The warrior package includes if battle shell is missing, you have your ignore pain tracker bar. I like to do it in a bar format to see like how close to max my ignore pain is, and there's also a little timer on then showing you how much longer you have on your ignore pain. I have all the warrior defensives here, which spell block is not a thing anymore, so you guys can delete that if you want, but leaving it in here. Maybe they'll add it back to our class, who knows. This is your rage bar. This is if you're in battle stance or not. And then I also have a battle scarred veteran tracker, which is this guy down here. So it'll light up if it's available, it'll be grayed out if it's not available, and if it's rolling like you procced it, it'll just be right here in the middle of your screen. So this allows you to track your cheat death, which I think is very important. This is your shield block group, so whether it's up or down, pretty basic. And then this is your sudden death procs, which you will be playing as Thane this season. So when you get a proc to be able to use execute whenever, it'll come up here so you know when to press it. And then ElvUI is obviously this stuff in the middle. Right now I have like a Colossus talent build going on, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is like Colossus. If I were to come in here and switch to Thane, obviously my build will change, and you're not playing Ravager or Demolish, obviously, is Thane. So if this bothers you, having them grayed out like this, and you want it more minimalist, you can just come in here and switch to Thane. And then it just, removes them off the end. So now it's like a lot more organized and minimalist. So you can do that if you guys want. Obviously, you can just leave it as the other profile and have them grayed out. Yeah, so I think that's all I had to cover for all of the free in-game profiles and settings I'll be offering. The other thing I wanted to go over is just an update to Patreon. I did make a couple changes to the tiers, very minimal, but let me bring that over for you guys to see here. So basically, we have two tiers right now, Champion and Avatar. And Champion gets you access to members only chat on Patreon where we can all talk as a community. You also get a 3-day response time on DMs from me directly. You can have yourself highlighted as a supporter at the end of every YouTube video I make. And then you're also going to get access to all of my in-game Mythic Plus routes, both standard and advanced. The routing probably took me 6 to 8 hours over the past week to do. You have to know all the mobs. I'm putting like notes in there when to lust, when to skip, like certain special mechanics, making sure that if there's any skips that have to be done. So it takes a lot of time to make routes, and these are probably going to be getting updated throughout the season. For example, like there will probably be some more advanced routes that I'll release as we get deeper into the Mythic Plus season and higher keys. Some of the polls you do are going to be changing, so I will update my routes and then push that out to all the Patreon members. So this is basically the only in-game setting or profile that I'm locking behind Patreon, just because of how much sheer time it takes to make well-written routes and keep them updated. And then Avatar, the next tier, same thing as before, access to the members only chat. You're gonna get same day or 24-hour response time on DMs. You'll have yourself highlighted above the previous tier at the end of YouTube videos. Again, you get access to all my in-game Mythic Plus routes. And then the two extra things are you get to submit video ideas or feedback. So you can just shoot a video idea that you want me to make, and likelihood is I'll actually make it for you guys. Let's say you're like, can you go over how to handle the first pull of this dungeon? Or maybe you guys want me to go over specific defensive usage on like the first boss Priory, stuff like that. You can submit video feedback or requests, and I'll likely make them. And then you also get 2 gameplay / VOD reviews per month, where you can submit like a recording of you playing the game, or maybe just a recording of you doing your rotation on dummies or something, and I will analyze it and try and give you tips and feedback on how to improve. So I just wanted to go over the Patreon options here for you guys, just so that you're aware of those updates, since a few things have changed. But that is basically it for this video, you guys. Really excited for the season to start tomorrow. And on that note, I will be doing the vault opening series again. I think I did like 10 weeks last time. I think I'm probably going to do like 12 weeks this time, because it's like 3 months. I think that's like a really good time to stop. That's like the halfway mark of the season, 3 months in. And usually most players are getting close to BIS by then, so the vault series kind of gets more boring. But it's kind of fun to see, you know, if I'm getting lucky or not. I'm getting good RNG in my vault. So I'm going to be doing the vault series again, which is going to start tomorrow, because tomorrow is the first vault of the season, where everything we've done this week, everything we filled this week, we're going to get to see what we got. So I filled all my M0 vaults and my tier 8 Dell vaults. So anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. Leave it a like if you enjoyed this, and you think you'll get some value out of this. And again, comment down below if you have any issues with downloading that zip file from the Google Drive link in the description. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Shout out to all of the Patreon members. It's because of your support that I'm able to continue making Protection Warrior and World of Warcraft content. Thank you.